Hey y'all, check out my new Christmas present. I got this to help me sharpen all my knives. I have a regular old whetstone, you know, it's tried and true. I also have one of these. It's a Lansky sharpener's kit, you know, and it's got the rods and then the stones you put in the rods, and then you clamp the knife in here, and then you sharpen it and you sharpen it, and you do the coarse and then the medium and then the fine and the ultra fine, and you go side to side, and it makes a nice edge, but it takes like a half an hour to sharpen a knife. So this new sharpener right here should make it way faster. I watched some like how to use it on YouTube, and it seems super fast. So I'm gonna open it up, show you guys what's in the box, what it comes with, and then we're gonna sharpen some of these knives. All right, pretty straightforward. It is the Ken Onion edition from Worksharp. It comes with a quick guide, the tool, and some belts. So this is kind of cool. It's like a quick guide. It shows you what kind of knife you want to sharpen, what angles to sharpen it at, what speed to set the motor at. Well, it even tells you how many times to run the blade through. All right, so I got all my wife's kitchen knives, and I got a bunch of specialty knives over here. So first off, let's get this unwrapped and plug it in, because you need electricity. Let electricity do all the hard work for me. Hopefully save me so much time. It would honestly take me 4 hours to sharpen all these knives. All right, it is plugged in. It has on a belt already. I think it's the coarse belt. How can you tell? So there's a purple belt. This is the finest of all the belts. You can feel that it has no grit. And then all these other ones, does it tell you? Yeah, this is 120. And on this quick guide, it tells you 120, 65, 22, X4, X4, X22. So this must be the X65. If it's just your everyday carry knife and you don't even need it to be that sharp, it says that you don't even need to use anything more than the X22, which is a medium right here. And then there's two more that are finer than that. It says you can use the X4 and then the 6000 for bragging rights to make it ridiculously sharp. So we're gonna sharpen a couple of them, starting with the X65, because none of my knives are like super dull, but let me start out with my son's knife. This knife is super cool. It's called the Fulcrum. CRKT makes this knife, and watch this. To open it, you can't pull on the blade. What you do is you fulcrum it, and then you fulcrum it back, and it opens. It's the coolest knife. See how it like, they just kind of go, they fulcrum kind of against each other, and it's such a cool design. But this knife, ooh, that's pretty sharp already, but the tip is kind of messed up. Yeah, see, that tip's pretty messed up. Come on. All right, first off, let's set the blade angle. I think that's gonna work. So pocket knives should be set to 25, and then it says the speed should be medium to low. There, about 3/4 of the way. To power it on, you just pull the trigger and the blade spins. Pretty neat. You start with the knife in, touching the belt, and then you pull the trigger, and then you pull the knife out. Holy cow, that's amazing. I'll do the other side. Wow, just one time through took that edge off. Let me run it through. Golly, that's so shiny. That's ridiculous. Just once. And this is like the medium grit. It's so sharp. But look how sharp that edge is. It almost took that beveled edge completely off. See that? We're going to run it through one more time, see if we can fix that. That edge is immaculate. Let me test something real quick. Let's see if it cuts paper. It does cut paper, but it's a little rough. We'll see how hard it is to change the belt. It shouldn't be that hard. You gotta rotate this out of the way. And then here on the bottom, there is a lever to change the belt. There it is right there. So you push on that and the belt should come right off. Oh yeah, that's so easy. Look at that. It pushes right in, belt slides right off. All right, so that's the X65 coarse. This is the X22 medium. Just like that. Easy peasy. All right, so we're gonna continue sharpening this one, I guess, since I just changed blades. That is shiny. Paper again. I only ran it through there once. That's ridiculous. That is very sharp. I wonder if I even have to do the coarse. I'm gonna just do the medium, this one here, on my wife's knives. So here is, let me get one of these ones here. It's just a regular old steak knife. It's a Cuisine Art C77 WTR 15PSK, and it is dull. Like, when you drag a knife across your fingernail, it should catch. You know, it shouldn't just slide across super easy. This knife is dull. It barely even cuts a steak. I bet you it won't even cut this paper. Look at that. If I like saw it, the paper, it'll cut it. Now let's sharpen it and see what happens. Let me put this knife edge guide back on there like that. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I only had to run it through once. Watch this. Cuts through the paper like butter. Golly, I know these are cheap knives, so the steel is not very good. They don't hold an edge very long, but they sharpen quick. Let me sharpen all these real quick, because that was amazing. They're like a mirror finish. All right, that's everything on this entire block sharpened. I'll put a timestamp up here because that was so fast. Like I said, probably 3 hours just to sharpen all these knives. And that's not even doing like a super good job. I know it comes with this, but this thing's really just to like deburr. I've never liked these things. So that's done. Now let's get to some of these specialty knives. I want to sharpen, I have a US M8 bayonet, and my grandpa gave this to my son, and this thing is so awesome. But it is so dull, like so dull. Like don't try that at home, kids, but this thing is super dull. So we're gonna see if we can get it sharp. I think I'm gonna start with the coarse and then work my way all the way down just to see how sharp we can get this thing. All right, there's no setting for bayonet, so I'm just gonna do 25. All right, it's starting to get an edge. It's still not very sharp. Of course, 120. Look at all that dust on the table. Woo! All right, to the next. Ooh, it's starting to get sharper. I can feel it. All right, the ultimate test. Will this super old bayonet cut through paper? Like butter. That is amazing. I don't even know what kind of steel this thing is made out of. Definitely not the highest quality because they were making these things so fast. But it's sharp enough to cut paper. I don't know how much it'll hold an edge, but that's amazing. This knife sharpener, it's amazing. I'm so glad I got it. This thing saves me so much time. I will never have a dull fillet knife again. Speaking of which, that's what's next, the fillet knife. And I didn't sharpen it after the last time I used it, so it's probably pretty dull. Let's see if it'll cut paper. It cuts paper, but not like butter. So it's pretty sharp. I think I'm gonna start with this medium. What is this one, X22? Yeah, I wanna do the X22, I think. I don't need to start with, oh wait, X4 is fine. That's what I want. I'm gonna start with the fine, because that knife is pretty sharp already. Now on a fillet knife, according to this handy dandy sheet, it's dull, but I want to do fillet knife, dull 20 degrees, and X4 is what it calls for. So let's change this to 20 degrees. So 25 degrees is more of an angle. So the blade's not gonna have so much of a point. So 25 degrees, 20 degrees. It's sharper, but it doesn't hold the edge as much. So you want your fillet knife to be super sharp, but you do have to sharpen it more often than like your everyday carry. Let's go ahead and get this thing super sharp. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's just, I'm just so excited for this. see how easy it cuts through the paper now. Wow, it cut like 3 times as far through the paper, and that's just the weight of the blade. I wasn't even pushing. Look at that. Like a razor's edge. And that's not even the finest belt. Wow. Well, y'all, I'm not going to bore you with sharpening all these other knives, but thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked this. This Work Sharp Ken Onion Edition knife sharpener just made my life so much more easy. I can't wait to get all my knives sharpened, and whenever they get dull, it's only like a 20-second process. Boop, boop, sharp again. Thanks for watching. Remember to fish, learn, repeat. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, baby, for recording this. I sharpened all your knives for you, and they are razor sharp. So, I've been eating nothing but steak and eggs every day for breakfast. So I take a New York strip and I cut it in half. We'll see how smooth this cuts it. Oh my gosh, like butter, even through the fat part. So another thing that I've been doing is it's kind of thick, and when I pan fry the steak, I like them thin. And when I would cut them like this with the dull knives, you gotta saw at it. So now it should just cut right through. Oh my gosh. Seriously, like butter. I'm not even pushing. Let's see how hard it cuts it through that fat. It cuts right through it. That is awesome. You're welcome, baby.